clever fox named Felix lived in the middle of a jungle. Felix was known for his clever tricks, and the other animals were tired of him outsmarting them. One sunny day, Leo the lion, Titan the tiger, Zara the zebra, Benny the bear, and Max the monkey gathered for a secret meeting to make one plan. They discussed their plans and devised what they considered a foolproof trap to catch Felix and outsmart him.
I think we should use his love for berries against him,
suggested Zara.
Yes, and we can set up a cage to drop on him when he goes for the berries,
added Benny. The animals nodded in agreement. Leo said,
Felix always thinks he's the smartest in the jungle, but today we'll prove him wrong.
The animals worked together all morning, setting up the trap and ensuring everything was perfect. They placed the berries inside a circle under a large and strong cage that would drop and trap Felix as soon as he stepped inside the circle to take them. They hid behind, eagerly waiting for Felix to arrive. Always alert and curious, Felix noticed the unusual quietness in the jungle. He saw the juicy berries and suspected something was up. With his sharp mind, Felix quickly deduced the trap set by the other animals. He decided to play along, but in his clever way. He cautiously approached the circle and walked up to the cage.
Those berries look delicious. I think I'll have a taste,
he roared, knowing the animals were hiding and listening. Felix carefully walked around the circle, inspecting it from all angles, and had an idea. He found a long stick and carefully used it to knock the berries out. Leo, Titan, Zara, Benny, and Max watched in disbelief as Felix cleverly avoided their trap.
He's too smart for us,
Leo muttered. The other animals nodded in agreement, feeling a mix of admiration for Felix's cleverness and frustration at their failed plan. But Felix wasn't done yet. He wanted to teach the animals a lesson about teamwork and cleverness. He pretended to get distracted and moved away from the cage, making the animals think they still had a chance. As he walked away, Felix said,
Those were some tasty berries. I'm off to find more.
The animals were disappointed to see Felix walk away.
His cleverness is disappointing us,
Max told the others. Despite their initial setback, the animals were not ready to give up. They were determined to try again and outsmart Felix. The next day, they created a tricky trap to challenge Felix, rather than using food. They aimed to catch Felix by making a trap he would have to overcome, which required speed, cleverness, and teamwork. The animals built a big, twisty trap and placed a shiny, glittering gem in the middle to attract Felix's attention. The trap had many confusing paths and tricky obstacles. After making the trap, the animals hid behind bushes and waited for Felix to come. Felix, always looking for something new and interesting, noticed the glittering gem from a distance. He walked over to the trap and saw the entrance. He murmured,
This seems intriguing. Let's dive in and discover what surprises lie ahead.
Felix entered the trap, carefully navigating the turns and twists. He quickly realized that not all paths led to the gem. He figured out which paths were absolute and avoided false ones using his smart brain. At one point, he saw some ropes that confused him. Felix used his leg to move the ropes aside, creating a clear path. He continued through the trap, using his good sense of direction. When Felix reached the middle of the trap and saw the shiny gem, he knew it was a challenge. The gem was on a small and unstable platform. Felix guessed that stepping on it might trigger a trap. Felix carefully tested the platform with a stick instead of rushing to grab the gem. When he saw it wobble, he knew it was a trap. He used the stick to carefully get the gem without stepping on the platform. The animals, watching from their hiding spots, were amazed by Felix's skills.
He's overcoming our trap one by one so easily,
Benny the bear said in surprise, echoing the other animals' amazement. Determined not to be outdone, the animals decided to give Felix a final challenge, but it would be on Jungle Day, not now. They decided to host a super special riddle game series for everyone, but they were sure that no one would be able to solve it. On Jungle Day, Leo the lion took center stage at the jungle's edge. With a booming roar and a grand gesture, he announced,
Welcome to our Jungle Day ceremony. Today, we're going to host a great jungle riddle challenge. We've hidden riddles all over the jungle, and each riddle will lead you to the next clue. Solve all the riddles to find the final trophy.
Leo explained. The animals cheered and clapped, eager to start the fun. Suddenly, Leo noticed Felix the Fox hadn't arrived at the party yet. With a mischievous glint, Leo took the opportunity to tease Felix playfully.
Our clever contestant Felix hasn't shown up yet. I guess he might be scared about losing before the challenge begins.
Leo announced with a chuckle. The animals burst into laughter, imagining Felix scrambling to solve the riddles. Just then, Felix the Fox stepped out from behind a bush, and his surprised eyes immediately caused the stage to fall silent.
Well, look who finally decided to join us. Welcome, Felix. Are you ready to show us your riddle-solving skills?
Leo instantly asked Felix and tried to handle the situation. Then Leo said,
The tricky riddles are hidden in the most surprising places, like under leaves, behind rocks, and even up in the trees. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start. Let's see who's going to be the champ.
Leo announced loudly. Felix and the other competitors began their riddle quest by following the clues, but none of them found any. Suddenly, Felix noticed something interesting. A different colored leaf was hidden inside a giant, twisty vine. Felix wiggled through the vines, realizing it was the game's first clue. He read the clue carefully and, using his technique, solved it very quickly.
Got it!
He cheered. Next, Felix discovered a clue tucked away in a hollow tree trunk. With a thoughtful look and a hop, he solved the riddle and moved to the next one. He found clues under rocks, up high in trees, and even inside a secret cave. Every time Felix solved a riddle, he shouted with joy. The jungle animals and all the other competitors watched in amazement as Felix zipped around, solving riddles with a sparkle in his eyes. The jungle erupted excitedly when Felix finally solved the last riddle. Titan the tiger roared delightfully.
Felix, you're incredible! You solved every single riddle!
Leo the lion jumped and said,
We thought these riddles were too tricky, but you cracked them all.
Zara the zebra started dancing. Benny the bear gave a big bear hug, and Max the monkey clapped his hands excitedly. Felix's face lit up with a happy smile as he said,
Thank you, everyone. Your riddles were truly impressive and a lot of fun. I loved every moment of this challenge. It's great when we all come together and have fun.
Felix received a shiny gold medal, a sparkling trophy, and a special reward. The animals cheered and clapped for Felix. Felix became the jungle's riddle champion, and everyone celebrated their friendship and fun together. The jungle was filled with laughter, cheers, and happy memories, thanks to Felix's cleverness and the amazing riddle adventure. On that day, the animals admired Felix's cleverness and understood that accurate intelligence is not just about tricks, but about using creativity to overcome challenges. They realized that wisdom and innovative thinking could solve many problems. Felix's lessons remained a timeless reminder that actual cleverness shines when used wisely. So, my dear friends, remember, a clever and wise mind thinks before it acts and wins in life.